Ever find yourself justifying an action that contradicts your beliefs? Indeed, this is a question we've all grappled with at one point or another. It's a fascinating psychological conundrum known as cognitive dissonance. Now, cognitive dissonance is no mere buzzword. It's a term used to describe the mental discomfort we experience when our attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors are in conflict. Picture two tectonic plates grinding against each other, causing tremors in the landscape of our minds. That's the essence of cognitive dissonance. This discomfort isn't something we take lightly. In fact, we instinctively seek to reduce it. And how do we do that? We alter one of the conflicting elements, an attitude, a belief, or a behavior, to restore balance. It's a bit like adjusting a crooked picture frame, bringing everything back into alignment. So, how do we know this happens? Thanks to a famous experiment, we have some insight. Enter Leon Festinger and James Carlsmith, who in 1959 decided to put cognitive dissonance to the test. These two curious minds wanted to dig deeper into the human psyche, and to do so, they devised a rather clever experiment. Participants were asked to engage in a series of monotonous, dreary tasks. You know, the kind that makes watching paint dry seem like a thrilling pastime. After completing these tasks, the participants were then given a curious proposition. They were offered either $1 or $20 to convince the next participant that these dull tasks were, in fact, exciting and engaging. Now, you might expect that those who received the larger sum would be more persuasive, more enthusiastic. But surprisingly, it was the participants who were paid just $1 who rated the tiresome tasks as more enjoyable than those who received $20. Sounds strange, right? Let's unravel the reason behind this peculiar behavior. Why would someone paid less find the task more enjoyable? Well, this is where the intriguing concept of cognitive dissonance comes into play. Those participants who received a mere dollar for their efforts experienced a cognitive conflict. They were asked to convince the next person that the mundane task was actually a barrel of fun, which was a stark contradiction to their own experience. Now, what's really fascinating here is the mind's attempt to resolve this dissonance. You see, instead of sticking to their initial perception of the task as boring, these participants altered their own viewpoint. They convinced themselves that the task was indeed enjoyable, aligning their perception with the lie they had been asked to tell. In essence, what we're seeing here is a stunning example of how cognitive dissonance can make us change our perceptions even when reality is shouting something entirely different. So, cognitive dissonance can make us change our perceptions even when reality says otherwise. Fascinating, isn't it?